Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Please go ahead and subscribe and like my videos so we can grow our channel together. And today we're going to talk about the standard, warm, and expanded form of writing numbers. So let's go ahead and get started. Please have your notebook and your pencil ready so you can take notes. So let's go ahead and learn how to write a number in its standard, word, and expanded form. So if we look at this number right here, 226, this number is written down right now in its standard form. So this is what we are used to, right? Number form, standard form. Now we need to convert that into a word form, which means we are going to use our words. So how do we do that? We're going to need our place value house that we talked about in our previous video, and you can go ahead and look for that video, the place value videos. And we are going to break up our number into pieces based on place value. So my number again is 226. I'm going to start from my right hand side and I'm going to start labeling my place value. So from my right hand, I have the number 6, which is my ones place. I have the number 2, which is my tens place. I have the other number 2, which is my hundreds place. So go into my place value house, again going from right to left. My ones is going to be 6, my tens is going to be 2, my other tens is going to be 2. So this is going to help me with my word form because my word form is going to require that I know my place value as well. So over here, starting with the 100, we have 200, okay, and 26. So 226. So this is going to be my word form of my number. This is very, very, very important. So over here, you see our standard form and you will see our word form. Next is going to be our expanded form. So our expanded form, it can be different ways. So we are pretty much going to break up our number into its individual pieces. So we know that we have 200s. So we're going to write down 200. If we add to this 200, 2 tens, okay, and we said before that 2 tens have the value of 20. And then we add 6 ones plus 6. This will get us our number 226. So this right here is my expanded form. We're breaking up the number into an expanded form, okay? And last but not least is our base 10 representation, which we mentioned in the last video about composing and decomposing numbers. And this is where we break up our number into its base 10s using the blocks. So if you remember our flats, okay, where our hundreds, our tens were the rods, and the individual pieces, the individual cubes were our ones. So we have 200s. Here's 100. Here's a second flat 100. So that takes care of the 2. We have 2 tens. We have our 2 rods right here. Our 2 rods make up our 2 tens. And we have our 6 ones, our 6 individual pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our 6 ones are right there, or our 6 units. So this is how we are able to represent my number in standard form, which is my number form, in word form, expanded form, and base 10 form. Let's go ahead and take a look at another example. So this is what we are going to use right here, okay, to break up our number. So another example we have is the number 317. And this is our number right here, okay, 317. And of course, this is in standard form, our basic number form. And we are going to need to use our place value house to break up the number into individual pieces. So if you remember, our place value house started with my right-hand side right here. And my right-hand side is always my ones place. This middle part right here is my tens place, T. And over here is my hundredths place, H. Okay, and if you want to refresh your memory, this is our place value house right here. So if I were to use my number 317, so I have 317 right there, and I want to break it up. So my ones place, my tens place, my hundreds place, and I can just write them up here. 7 for ones, 1 for tens, 3 for hundreds, and this will help me out a lot. Now going to this slide right here, we are going to look again, standard form 317, we broke it up. Now I want to convert this into expanded form, which means I want to make it longer and bigger and more expanded. So I know I have 3 hundredths. So this is going to help me because I can just, for my expanded form, write down 300. And I know I have 1/10, so the value of 1/10 is 10. And I have 7 ones, so I'm gonna add my 7 right there. So if I add these up together, it's gonna give me 317. So this is my expanded form, okay? Next is my base form. So using our blocks, which we talked about before. So I know I have 3 hundredths, and if you remember, our flats were our hundredths. So this is 1 flat, 2, 3. So this is going to be our 300 part of the number. Now I have 1/10. So my tens were our rods. Okay, so this is 1/10. So this is perfect right here. And we have 7 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this checks out, it's correct. Now for my word form, which should be simple, we are just talking in words. And we know that we have 300. So we're just going to write down 317. So this would be my word form right there. Now I hope this makes sense. If not, let's do another example. All right, so my next example is going to be about our number 452, which is right here. And again, I'm going to use my place value house, and I'm going to start from the right-hand side right there. And I'm going to label O for ones, T for tens, H for hundreds. And I'm going to write them down here from right to left, 2, 5, and 4. So that way I know what I'm looking at and the place value of all of my numbers. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at our number forms template right here. So my standard form is going to be just my number that I'm used to, 452. Next is going to be my base form. So my base form, we talked before about our blocks. So our flats are going to be the hundreds. So again, I'm going to label these O for ones, T for tens, H for hundreds. So my base form is going to have how many flats, you think? 4, that's right. So 2, 3, and 4 flats for my hundreds. And how many rods do you think we should have? That's right, we should have 5 rods for 5 tens. So here's 1 rod, make it long, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's 5 tens, 5 rods. And then for my ones, I want to have my little teeny tiny cubes, 1 and 2. So that's 2 1s, 5 tens, and 4 flats for my hundreds. So that's perfect. Now for my expanded form, I'm gonna break it up into pieces starting from the hundreds. So I know I have 400 plus 50 plus what? That's right, plus 2. So this will give me my 452, my number. Now, in word form, this should be simple. So my word form is going to say 400, and what? And 52, 452. All right, that was our lesson for today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the comment section and let me know if this strategy makes sense to you, if you have more questions or not. And I'll see you next time. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like my video, and we'll see you later. Happy studying.